Have you ever been scrolling on your phone, just minding your own business, and you stumble upon a video of someone building a hut from nothing but mud and sticks? It's mesmerizing, right? There's this incredible pull towards these ancient skills, a feeling like we've lost touch with something really fundamental. Well, today we're going to dive right into that fascination. We're going to go from the silent YouTube master who captivated millions to the real-world skills you'd actually need to do it yourself. So, here's our game plan. First, we're going to tackle the why. What is it about these primitive tech videos that's so magnetic? Then we'll get into the nitty-gritty what, your must-have survival checklist. After that, we get our hands dirty with the how, building shelter, finding resources, all that good stuff. And finally, we'll pull the curtain back and separate the survival myth from the on-the-ground reality. All right, let's kick things off with a guy who basically started it all, who brought these skills to the masses without ever saying a word. John Plant, the quiet genius behind the Primitive Technology YouTube channel. I mean, this quote just hits the nail on the head, doesn't it? The internet is constantly screaming at us, but his videos, they're like these little pockets of calm. There's no, hey guys, smash that like button, just the sounds of the forest, the chip of a stone against wood, the crackle of a new fire. It's like watching a memory from a time before language, just pure, focused skill. And just so we're clear, this isn't some tiny niche thing. We are talking about over 700 million views. That is an insane number of people all around the globe totally captivated by watching someone just build things from the ground up. That points to something really deep in all of us. So what is it? What's the secret sauce here? It feels like it plugs directly into this primal need to understand how to just exist, how to provide for yourself in the most basic way possible. It's way more than entertainment. It's like watching the original instruction manual for being human. But watching is one thing. Actually doing it, that's a whole other ballgame. Okay, so let's shift gears from that romantic, quiet ideal to the cold, hard reality. When you're really in a survival situation, it's not about quiet contemplation. It's about having a system, a plan for staying alive, taught by people who actually do this for a living. Yeah, we all like to think we just know what to do, that our inner caveman would just take over. But true survival, it's not about winging it. It's a system. It's about methodically tackling your biggest problems first, so you can start working with the jungle instead of letting it steamroll you. And this is that system. The pros call these the 5 pillars of survival, and they are your absolute lifeline. You've got shelter, water, fire, food, and then medicine and tools. If you can check these boxes one by one, well, you've got a shot. So let's see how the jungle itself provides the answers. So, first things first, let's start with what is arguably the most important pillar in a jungle: shelter. I mean, with the pouring rain, the humidity, the bugs, getting yourself covered is priority number 1. And the absolute heart of a good jungle shelter is a good roof. The palm frond thatched roof is just a masterpiece of natural design. People in the tropics have been using this exact method for thousands of years for one simple reason. It flat out works. It keeps the rain out, it gives you shade, and best of all, the materials are literally growing all around you. And here's the basic recipe. You start by gathering and prepping your palm fronds. Then you build yourself a solid frame. Now step 4, this is where the magic happens, the layering. You have to start at the bottom and work your way up, almost like you're shingling a house, tying off each layer as you go, and then you put a cap on top to seal the deal. And check out your toolkit. It's so simple, it's brilliant. Everything you need is right there. Palm fronds for your shingles, timber or bamboo for the frame, and natural vines for your rope. The only thing you really need to bring is a good, sharp blade. It's a totally self-contained system. Now here is the secret sauce. The entire reason this works is the overlapping. Just think of shingles on a house. Each layer of fronds directs the rain down onto the layer below it, which directs it to the next, and so on, until the water just runs right off the edge. It's an incredibly smart, simple piece of engineering that keeps you bone dry. Okay, so you've got a roof over your head, you're dry. Suddenly, the jungle stops feeling like this big, scary threat, and it starts looking more like a provider. It's a place where you can find water, food, even medicine. You just have to know where to look. Water is life, right? But drinking from the wrong stream could be a death sentence. The amazing thing is, the Amazon has its own natural water filters. You can slice open specific vines, like the puka haska, and pure, drinkable water will just pour out. Or you can get it from certain palm fruits. Knowing which plant to turn to is literally a life-saving skill. So what's on the menu? Well, it's probably more varied than you think. You've got things like edible palm hearts, which are delicious. You've got beetle grubs for protein, and even some types of legumes. And get this, there are even clever hunting tricks, like using a certain tree sap to temporarily stun fish in the water, which makes them super easy to just scoop up. But honestly, this is what really blows my mind. The jungle is a fully stocked pharmacy. If you get a fever, you can use sananga root. Need a disinfectant for a cut? There's pitcherina sap. There are even specific leaves that have been used by indigenous tribes for generations to treat venomous snake bites. I mean, the amount of knowledge there is just staggering. So, we've seen the skills, we've seen the resources. It's all incredible. But now we gotta ask the big question. What does it really take to learn all this stuff? And that brings us to our last and maybe most important section, separating the myth of the lone wolf survivor from the reality of how these skills are actually learned. And this chart really breaks it down perfectly. The online fantasy is the silent, solitary genius, right? Building a whole world from nothing. But the real way to learn this stuff is on a structured expedition, with expert local guides, with the right gear, and with safety as the #1 priority. It's all about learning from the masters, not about dangerous trial and error. And hey, this isn't just some abstract idea. There are companies out there like Amazonia Expeditions that offer exactly this. They run these structured, hands-on training courses deep in the Amazon, where you learn directly from people whose ancestors have been living this way for centuries. So what does that kind of real-world knowledge cost? Well, for an 8-day course, you're looking at just under $2,000. And that number, that's its own kind of reality check, you know? It shows you just how much planning, expertise, and resources it takes to learn these skills safely and effectively. And just look at what's included in that. You get 2 guides, all your meals and places to sleep, essential gear like boots. Heck, you even get Wi-Fi back at the lodge. It is a complete support system designed for one thing, to help you learn. It's a universal way from being dropped off in the jungle with just a knife. And that right there is really the heart of it. It's one thing to sit back and be amazed, watching a master at work building things so perfectly and silently. It is a completely different thing to actually get out there and learn those skills for yourself with real guidance, practice, and a whole lot of respect. So, we've taken this journey from the spark of digital inspiration all the way to the boots-on-the-ground application. We've laid out the core pillars of survival and shown you what it really takes to learn them. This explainer, it's given you the blueprint. The only real question left is, do you have the will to go out and build it?